Hello everyone, welcome to another ride with the Everyday Zwifter. Today we're doing a Crit City race, the Bellap direction, which is anti-clockwise. It's C category and it's 8 laps. Smallish field. I think a lot of people have got Tour De Zwift hangovers at the moment. 19 in C category here, and as you can see up on the top right, C category is 2.5 to 3.1 watt per kilogram. Of course, you can go slightly over that without being penalised, but if you go too far, you'll get a green cone showing you probably should be in another category. I've been finding myself close to that border and been coned once, I think, but I didn't get disqualified because my overall power was under. Anyway, here we are, and off we go. We've got some new kit on today. Got my Tour de Oz kit back on from last year. Wondering if they're going to do another Tour de Oz this year or not now that Tour de Zwift is over. Sort of mixed them up together last year, I think. Looks like about 8 people have got a quick start, although there's some not far behind. Settle down pretty quickly. None of these riders are familiar to me, so it'll be a mystery to see how we all travel and ride together. A few stragglers trying to catch on to the front group. Always nice to put out the whites early and not have to do that, especially when you get to this hilly bit. You want to be in the group. There's a few people pushing a little bit, but it's not too bad, not having to peak up in the 6s or anything like that, 6 watt a kilogram, so that's good. Just got to up the watts a little bit here and make sure I stay with the front group. Looks like someone's going off the front a bit, trying to get a quick prime. Might as well do it when you're fresh. Down the cobble climb for the first time. Able to relax in the high to mid 2 watt kilograms. Also going to do another period of testing, I think, with the Cervelo S5 frame, which I've been riding for a bit lately. So I'm going back to the 454 wheels, just because I think they'll help me go up this climbing set of rollers and another track. If I go to the Paris circuit race again, I think they'll probably help me get up that little hill as well. So a pretty quiet first lap. Looks like we've got 14 in the lead group. 5 have managed to not quite hang on. And our first power for the race is a burrito. So try and be a little more tactical than usual probably and not dump it, and I'll find a spot where it might have some effect on the race. See, it's starting to stretch out here a bit, so I thought it might be a good spot to dump it. And given that I'm probably the only one people are drafting, probably was not a bad choice. We got a bit excited here. I don't know what I was doing. Power through the group. So that was probably half a match, didn't need to burn. Just got to tell myself to calm down, get back in the wheels, save your energy. So it's starting to look like that. It's going to be a fairly steady race, I suppose. No one's really pushing it so far. Managed to get some time in the green and recover the heart rate. Legs are feeling good. So starting to be optimistic that we might be in with a show for some sort of result. But there's still 6 laps to go. Coming towards the end of the second lap. And we got the feather power up this time, so I'm usually going to use them up these rollers just to manage the heart rate, keep it under control. And in this race, looks like I'm hoping to keep it under 160 or around there. Pop it on for the last 3 hills. That's the second one. And the third one, I managed to just get up it before it wears out. Happy to go the front on this one just to push it a little bit because of the feather. I don't think it's put anyone in difficulty though. So I just about finished Tour De Zwift. There's about 1 day left, I think, of makeup week. Might try and sneak the circuit race in, but I don't think they actually had this crit course in there, did they? So we didn't get to test our mettle against the all-comers. You definitely notice a difference coming back to a C grade race after racing with the Bs and so on in those Tour De Zwift races. It's a lot calmer, a lot calmer riding around threshold and under. Nearly jumped in your crit race, Rob, but I had to take the kids present shopping and so on, so I had to jump in this one a bit later. So heading into the 4th lap now, we've got the draft bus this time. Going to use that just as a recovery somewhere along the way. Everyone is really going pretty sweetly up these hills. Either that or I'm just feeling stronger after the Tour De Zwift. Legs are still feeling pretty good. Heart rate's well under control. But I think the rest of the race, judging by the amount of green, is pretty slow. So really no need for recovery at the moment. I've gone for the Tour De Oz kit because this red matches the helmet better than the pink on the Zwift fluoro kit I had on before. Hopefully still stand out enough that you can pick me out. Well, haven't needed the draft bus. I probably should have kept it, but I'm just going to pop it coming to the finish line, hoping we can get something better. Come to the start of the fifth lap, we're going to keep the draft bus. We'll use it for recovery later on. Come to the start of the sixth lap. With the steamroller. Start getting into these last laps and you're really hoping you get the aero. Use that for recovery, going down the cobble climb. Come to the start of the seventh lap now. We've got the feather. So we'll follow this lap through, see how it pans out. People usually keep their powder dry on the second last lap for the last lap, but we'll just stay near the front still, just in case. You can see by that prime list the first lap was well and truly the quickest. And slowly getting slower and slower. Didn't need the feather going up those rolling hills at the start, so just going to use it up here on this little 2% bump just to keep everything under check and keep it all smooth so I'm not having to go up a hill. Still 12 in the lead group. Final turn before we come through the start finish for the last lap now. Really hoping for an aero. Come on, aero. Oh, ghost. First ghost for the race. Not the best time. So in my mind I'm thinking, oh well, I guess we'll just pop it in the sprint, maybe go a little early and try and catch a break. We'll see. Got to stay with the group first, so let's be attentive going up this hill. See if someone puts a bit of extra power down, but no, doesn't look like it. All's calm, coasting along at 2.5, 2.8 watt a kilogram. Just drifted back in that last corner. Planning to correct that as we come down the cobble climb. I didn't notice a rider just disappeared there, and as we're coming down I'm starting to crank it up. I noticed he's appeared and he's sprinting and there's red numbers, so uh-oh. So instantly up the watts and we'll start trying to come through the pack, surf some wheels. 700 meters to go. Looks like we're coming through, but it's not quick enough for me, so I'm putting down a few extra watts. And what I hadn't realized was the flyer has already come back. We've got him. Thought he was further up the road and he's got coned. And I'm still going on with it, which is a big mistake. I should have been 4 wheels back. Anyway, the sprint started where I've gone before. I've missed it. Now I'm going. Got 10 watt a kilogram, but then the legs are like, nah, not going to do it for you, buddy. 6 watt a kilogram, there you go. So we finished 5th overall, which is still a good result. Very happy with that. 3.2 watt a kilogram overall, so that's pretty good as well. I thought it would be less than that given how easy the race felt, but maybe just that's a sign. It's nearly time to move up. So overall it was 3rd in Zwift power and not a bad race. So the thing that I really should have done to correct my mistake was I was purely watching the riders on the road in front of me on my computer screen and not watching the mini-map. If I had been looking at the mini-map more, I would have seen those lead riders, the lead flyer didn't get very far. They would actually pulled him back within 500 meters or so, and I would have eased back and probably had another match to burn in that sprint. Anyway, live and learn. I'm just an everyday Zwifter, learning to ride this Zwift program like the rest of us. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I certainly did. And more to practice. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.